Hello guys, and welcome to another Air Tycoon Online 2 episode. Today I'm going to be making an episode I've kind of wanted to make for a while, and this episode is going to be about split routes. Now, the reason why I want to do this is pretty much what this stopover route is you're allowed to make a route from a city and then to a second city, as I'm doing right now. So pretty much it means one airplane is flying half the schedule as it usually would. And why this is great is it makes pretty much every single route you can think of in the fucking world viable to take, because you're not flying a ridiculously inefficient airplane, and it allows you to take much smaller routes, which will still fill up, because it's only half the usual schedules. Now, one problem I do see with this is just trying to balance between deciding to actually take the route and deciding not to, and I haven't decided on a set number value yet to what it is. So I'm probably going to do, if the route is above 1,050, I'm just going to take the route with a DC-8 or a plane, and if it's less than that, like say Denver, which is approximately 600, it's exactly 600, wow, to Warsaw. So that is not good enough for a straight up DC. That is not even 1,000, that's 950, right? However, if I do a stopover, I say anything above probably even 800 is viable, maybe 900, I'd say. So what this means is I can take many routes which I would not usually take. Like Denver, Warsaw, Taipei is not nearly the best stopover routes available. Like I could totally stop over between far bigger cities, but I don't want to, because I'd say not 7 out of 10 times I'm going to be taking that route anyway, and I'll just take that route straight up with a DC-8. Just like normal. So this episode is pretty much going to be dedicated to just making stopover routes, just between probably from Asia to Europe to North America, because I find I want to keep the ranges consistent. So say if one side of the stopover route is a range of 8,000, I want the other one to be within 2,000K. This is pretty much so that my business class and my economy class are somewhat balanced. So here is Beijing. Beijing is about 700. So I could feel free to stop over, say here, in a city of, what is that? 300, and then stop over at another city, which is also 700. Now, I don't know what cities are exactly 700 in the USA. Atlanta is pretty close. So this is a stopover route I can do. It's about the correct range. And yes, I think this is, in general, just a very efficient way to use your airplanes. Pretty much you can always use min seating max price, and they'll pretty much always be full, and it's a way to stabilize your passenger income by using this kind of stopover route. Like, I sometimes would be taking this kind of route straight out with just a DC-8s, but with stopovers available, which I might not have been in the past, these routes all become very great. So San Francisco, another example, and not really big enough to take to a city of, what is this, 320, but now I have no fear in doing it. Now, I'm going to take it to Hong Kong. The reason is, a plan I'm going to be doing soon is just taking everything 800 in the world, 800 to 300. Now, that is 1,100 in total, but it's not the best, because one city is really large and the other is really small. So on these 800 to 100 routes, I'm going to be using DC-8s instead, just so I can get a little bit more out of it, because while it seems like there's plenty of stopover routes available right now, eventually I will have taken a large majority of them, as one plane is equal to 2 routes, so I'll very quickly burn through all the available routes, stopover routes that are decent, and that will leave me with nothing for other routes. So London to Pescara, or this is a route which I'll just take outright, because Tokyo, as you know, is close to 800, and Pescara is 350. So that passes my 1,050 rule, which is why I'm just going to take this straight up with an Illusion, which is kind of like a DC-8. It's a little bit worse satisfaction, and it's not as fuel efficient, but it's not the worst Tupolev with a fuel efficiency of 5. So yeah, Tokyo, yeah, it's only about 750 actually. Seoul bigger than Tokyo. Let me try and click Seoul. Seoul is slightly bigger than Tokyo. Beijing is the granddaddy. Beijing is the biggest one of the three. So in Asia, I'm going to take Beijing to everything in Europe that's around this size of 300 ish. No, shoot, did I run out of slots in Shanghai? Hold up. Oh, I do have 2 airports in Shanghai. All right. So from Shanghai, for example, I'll be taking everything with above 300. In Tokyo, Beijing, uh, I'll be taking everything above 350, etc., 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 straight up, and anything under, which I see, which I want, I will just take with a stopover. And this literally makes the amount of routes I can do infinite, which means, like, not infinite, but it feels like infinite. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. So, for example, Beijing to Lyon, it's not worth taking, right? But with a stopover, completely worth it. I need to request slots in Dublin. Dublin has so many routes available to it because for some reason I've just ignored it for this entire game, and it's grown quite a bit in my absence. Um, Anyways, let's see. What's a good city we can take here? I've been taking a long time to decide. I'm gonna do Brussels, and I'm gonna stop over, and I'm gonna fly from Brussels to something not really worth taking straight up, like to Atlanta, which is about 750. So that is another good stopover route. Did I run out of slots somewhere? Brussels, no available slot. Ooh. Shoot. Alright. So I will stop over in... Is Dusseldorf to Beijing not taken? Oh, that's Dusseldorf too. I see, I see, I see. So let's try that again. Let's try that again. So let me go... let's not do Beijing. Let's do Seoul. Seoul, stop over in anything I want. Stop over to something that I think is not the best city. So that's San Fran. And there we go. What's wrong with this? This is not a proper stopover route. Why? Why is this not a proper... Is it less than 10,000 K from Shanghai to San Fran? I think that's the reason why that's not a proper stopover route. So apparently I'm just going to be taking that to Dallas instead. Now, using this many illusions in one episode is going to be tough considering... Oh yeah, alliances came out. I should show you guys all my reports in a second. I will do that in a second after I take this route. So, yeah. I really hate that I have to do this twice. It is really, really tedious. Please, 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 in your next update, add something that does this automatically. Just have a preset for the airplane, which automatically loads, or just have a max button where it just gets it to 100 for you. Anyways, what was I about to show you? Oh yeah, my financial report is close to 1 million, but I'm starting to name this the tax hammer because it comes down like a fucking hammer and you cannot get past it. Like, I'm getting walled by this 1 billion mark. To get 1 billion profit, I have to overcome this profit, which I think this tax is charged upon my total income, which really does suck because this means my profit margin has to be greater than the maximum tax in the end of the game, which is 20%. So in order to have a greater than 20% profit margin is pretty difficult. My profit margin is usually around 30%. And operating with a 10% profit margin means I'm going to have just incredibly, like, 5,000 airplanes to really pass the 2 billion, 3 billion mark in profit per turn. So that really sucks. The World Traveler Index, as you can see, really sucks. Passengers, it's starting to fall into this up-down pattern because the World Traveler dropped a lot. Since it was about here, the World Traveler Index was very high, which is why it was growing nearly continuously. And now that it's falling, I have really big dips because my airline is not designed around the World Traveler, which is currently available. So anyways, I'm going to keep buying Illusions just because it's the only stopover route plane available. When the better stopover planes become available, I'm going to be using those to replace my illusions and then taking the illusions and putting them on worse routes, I guess. But anyways, I feel like I should remove one of the business seats. Let's do that now, because it seems like I consistently have too much business seats in everything I do in this game. So 140 is the maximum number of economy seats I can get for 18 business seats. So this is going to be my new plane. I'm thinking of, when I have some spare cash, I'm going to renovate all my DC-8s to have slightly more economy seats too. Mainly because I started using them mostly for short-range routes, so I'm going to remove one of the economy seats. And here we go, Guangzhou to... Warsaw, Guangzhou. That's pretty close to my DC8 limit, but because for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna be doing this. And just stuff like that, which I would normally never ever do. But because this is stopover, is great route. Guangzhou, Warsaw. How do we say that? Warsaw. I don't know. Warsaw. I can't say it. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try anymore. So for any of you who do know how to pronounce it, you do not get more terminal aids. All right. Here we go. What else do we want? You can go from America. Let's go Phoenix. Phoenix is moderately small, which means, ooh. Oh, no wonder I have not taken that. So let's stop over in Pescara. Pescara is decently. Oh no. How about this? How about this? Let us go from Houston to a small city somewhere. Danks, sure. How do you say that? Danks. I can't pronounce two consonants in a row. Wow, I'm taking everything. I could do anything I wanted. Yet I'm gonna do Guangzhou, just so I can keep Danks to the bigger Asian cities, just to take with a DC8. Good, man. When they start pushing into my DC8 routes, I'm going to completely regret doing this so early in the game. But this is just great, because it's so easy to fill up these planes. So easy. Yeah. So, anyways, I think Aleutians have actually become a very good plane in this game, just for the sole reason that they're the first plane capable of doing stopovers. So yes, if you guys have the ability to do stopover routes, do them, because they are a great deal. Like, I'm currently not even taking the best stopover routes I can find, for the sole reason that I'm saving them to take with other airplanes. That's how many routes are available that could completely fill a stopover plane. So anyways, yes, this also lets me hub off of cities I like the cities, like in real life, but I don't like them in game because they're not very big, which is kind of nice. Like, I could completely do Vancouver if I wanted to. Like, I could just stop over Asia, Vancouver, and then like Europe or something, or America. It's really a nice thing. Wow. Yeah. All right, Boston, Tehran. I mean, look at this. This is great. Like, why would I ever... Boston and Tehran is good. Jesus. I never noticed how good that was. Alright, that's fine. I'll just stop over on that. Can I stop over on something shittier? I feel kind of bad using that as a... That could be a DC8 route, but... Yeah, I'm going to take that with a DC8. Boston, wait, let me do the calc, alright? So we have 400 plus 250. So that's 650. Okay, that's a good stopover route. The numbers in Boston look deceivingly big. It's not that great. Not that great. Hong Kong. Tehran to Hong Kong. Tehran to Seoul. Blah blah blah. Okay, everything else is taken, so it's gotta be. Ooh, I could do over here, or over here, but I'm going to do Bangkok because well, because I'm gonna have too many business seats, but that's fine because there's like 3 schedules, so it's gonna be full pretty much no matter what after it fills up to max. So after this, I'm gonna take a look at my current stopover routes I have, just to see how they're all doing and to see if I'm wrong about everything I'm saying and they do not actually fill as easily as I'm saying. So yeah, let's take a look. Here are my routes. Stopover, I believe, is right over here. No, that's favorite, then stopover. So, Jesus Christ. Look at this plane. It's making 3.6 million. Check this out, guys. Check this out. This DCA, San Diego, St. Petersburg, New Delhi. That is not those aren't great routes, but this plane, I don't think it's worth doing anything except for stopovers anymore because the profit ratio is just through the roof. Look at this shit. Look at it. Oh my god. That is unbelievable. Like, I could use I could use a fucking 767 for the better stopover routes once they come out. I don't know when they do. Have they started testing yet? Let me see. 747s are also stopover capable. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Um, I might turn some of my long range routes into stopover routes with 747s because I feel like that could potentially be really, 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 really good because I have a lot of really good monopoly routes, right? So let me organize this by profit. As you can see, I have, for example, all these DC8s running really good routes. Let's see if we can find an actually good one on this list. Moscow to Toronto, right? If I run a fucking 747, that's money would be through the roof. I'd be making so much dough. I don't even. Wow. This is giving me very, very good hopes of, of just, man, I could destroy the world. That's literally how I feel like right now. I could destroy the world. This is great. This is great indeed. All right. So, where can I buy slots to destroy the world? This is wonderful. Like I can do anything. I, just, wow. I'm just gonna buy so many, so many. I might buy a few 747s just for fun because I usually am all about the efficiency, getting like the maximum everything maxed out, just completely draining every single bit of money out of anything I can possibly get money out of. But why not stop, take a break, have some fun, and just see how much I can make with one stopover 747? Man, I think stopovers are like when people request it, I didn't think it'd be added, and I don't even think I noticed it for a while. But now that it exists and I know it exists, it's great because I realized how overpowered it is, and now I'm not gonna be able to stop doing this, yo. This is absolutely unbelievably wonderful. So, I feel like if I don't really want to take the route with the DC, I'm just simply gonna stop over it with a illusion now because stopovers are undefeatably good. They're actually ridiculous. I'm just looking for cities that are worth 300 points, by the way. Um, Belgrade, not quite. Bucharest, that does it. I know Ankara does it as well. No, not quite. So Bucharest it is. Oh, I already used all my slot requests. Anyway, so as it turns out, 747 came out. That means 767 is coming soon. I'm not quite sure when. But when it does, that's going to be a great, great plan for taking good stopover routes. Like, things that you think are a little bit too good for the illusion is probably perfect. Like, for example, Atlanta to Berlin, not like that is a straight DC8 route. Oh, that's competition, but I can't see the line because I'm blind. But say that wasn't, then that would become a perfect route to stop over with a 767 because if you take it straight up, you're not going to be making perfect money all the time. But if you take that with a stopover 767, that's probably perfect money the entire time. So, 300 city to 700 city to another 700 city is probably the best way to run stopovers, I'd say. Um, I know this right now is an upturn, so everything is full no matter what, but I feel like just because the routes are smaller that it's going to be fine. And all those routes were made recently in the last few turns, so that I just showed you on my money sheet. All made in the last few turns, so that means they haven't really had a chance to accelerate to full yet, and if they have, then this is the first upturn they've been in. So let's once again just go look at it, because that was beautiful. I cannot believe that thing was making 5.6 million. That is truly great. Favorite stopover. Just look at this plane. It's making 5 something million. Oh wait, that might not be one plane. I just realized because. Okay, okay. Oh, here we go. Here's the correct. Wait, no. Show me the money. Just arrange these by plane. Alright, arrange these by plane this way. Yes, this one's making some million. That one is making not that much, actually 4.5 million. That one's making a nice 5.5 million. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Let me look at the occupancy of this. I need to look at the graphs. Yeah, look at that. It's been 3 turns and it's completely full. Let me look at the ones which aren't full. They're probably all 1 turn old. Like, yeah, that's been a single turn, and half of the route is already full, and the other half is almost full. Like, both halves are almost full. It's just the business part, and this is not, however, doing great. uh, competition. That's fine. Jesus, yeah, I have a good feeling about this stopover shit. This is gonna be great. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Try stopover yourself in your own world, and I will see you guys next time.